Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today's FabriChat.
Good morning.
Hello.
All right, well, first of all, there's this nasty fly.
Let's fly. So, if we
that,
start waving around.
Yeah.
That's not how you made it here.
I don't know why. Well, and it's cold here. And it's a funny thing that I still worry about our friends in Arizona because this morning when I was freezing my feet off, because who is it? Ginger and Val from Phoenix, they keep saying that it's still like 100 and
It's like super hot.
107 degrees or something. I can't even imagine that.
Yeah.
We're supposed to get our first frost is going to be Friday night.
It's supposed to come right up.
I'm like super cold. I get up every morning. The very first thing I do is I put on socks and then put on my slippers. But I need new slippers this year. I wore out I was looking when I was shopping. I went shopping on, was it Sunday afternoon? You can't find any slippers that don't have that much padding on the bottom.
I know they're hard to find where they have like the hard sole where if you're going in and out or whatever.
I know. I mean, I don't understand why you need that much. I mean, I feel like I can't hardly walk. High heels are easier than
fluffy.
Yeah. I need to find a new pair of slippers this year. Anyway, super, super cold. And so what happens is all of the flies come inside and
You try to get warm.
kind of flap your nose. Yeah. In your eyeball.
Sticky at this time of year.
And I always feel bad. It's like, you deserve to die. I don't really want to kill you, but now...
We act like that.
Yeah. Then I'm just on the hunt. And you know what's funny is Lizzie, of course, is terrified. She doesn't think that anyone should be hitting anyone with that.
Fly swatter. Yeah.
It's terrible. Whatever. Get out then. I'm going for it.
Stay on your side.
Yeah. And it's funny, this morning, was it this morning or yesterday morning? Lisa had texted me this picture, and I talk about Lisa quite a bit. She is my little bestie out there, my hippie Buddhist friend who's so kind to every animal, every cat, everything, and every bug. She doesn't like to kill bugs. And but she had sent me this picture of a spider that she hadn't seen before. And it's kind of a funny thing because, little side note, how far apart do we live? 25 miles?
Yeah, probably.
25 miles. So I used to live where she lives now. And major cat spiders everywhere. Overrun.
I almost took a picture last night at our kitchen window. Is a massive cat spider.
You need to. You need to show them what they look like.
It is.
Have it, put your hand there where they can see how big they are.
And I had to stop doing dishes until she got her fly and carried it up. It's like, I cannot watch that. Can't watch this. And I came back, made sure she was gone. I have a pergola outside the kitchen window. So she comes down to part of her nest and then she is somewhere up. I can't see her in the window anymore, but it is gargantuan. But again, she stays on her side of the window.
She stays where she's supposed to stay.
The moment she decides to come in through that back laundry room door, she's gone.
I don't know that I've ever seen a cat spider in the house.
I have not either. They are ones who know the rules.
No. Yeah, I've never seen one.
But yeah, they surround the house. They're really on the other side where the first sun comes up because they're good spiders. They killed the flies, the nuisance bugs. I try to leave them alone because they help with the
It looks
problem.
like a low budget thriller movie though. Yeah. It's just
bad.
Yeah. It is bad. It is bad. They are busy and they're eating lots of things.
Yes.
So what I was going to say is that
far apart. Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a cat spider in Soap Lake.
Really? Do you want some?
We don't. No. No, we do not.
Robert might be able to,
Yeah, we do not.
Few.
We do not have any in Soap Lake. But what's really, really funny is Soap Lake has a different spider that I've never seen in Quincy. And it is this crab spider. And I think what we can do is
share a picture.
Anna can share the picture for you guys. But let me show you what this thing looks like. They call it a crab spider because it has these big old long arms.
Creepy.
And what they do is they, sorry, let me find it. They, these were pictures from, Oh, wrong person.
Wrong, Lisa.
Wait, what? Yeah, here it is.
And are they good, like in the cat spider family where they do good things?
No, what they are.
Oh, yeah, those things are nasty. They're all over your house. Oh, see? No.
These guys are bad. They're not a good spider because what
in
they
her
do,
house or outside her house?
No, it was outside.
Oh, okay.
They don't come inside.
Oh.
I got mad.
Oh, don't. Why'd you do
really,
that?
really mad. Well, because she was going to move it. And it's going to get her. So what happened is she had texted me this picture and said, oh my gosh, you know, I think I'm freaking out here a little bit. This spider just changed colors. I said, it totally does. So what it will do
it makes you think of one of those water skipper spiders.
Yeah. But except they have this great big body, and they have these great big long arms because they will catch bees, praying mantises, butterflies. So they're not a great spider because they kill bugs that we really want.
Good bugs.
But they catch them and then they, whatever spider does, I don't know. I walk away. But they change colors. So they might be green.
Sure, camouflage.
Or they might be gray or white or whatever. So anyway, Lisa's texted me a picture and I says, oh yeah, I said, she's probably protecting her egg nest. Do not let her bite you because it is a really bad bite.
Yeah.
They have a lot of venom and it's icky. So of course, what's Lisa doing? But she has it in this little, I don't know what, Petri dish is what it looks like. I don't know what that thing was. She probably carries it in her pocket as her spider transport system. So she was going to take it to a new home somewhere. And it's like, okay, well, that's really, really nice. And I thought it sounds like something Lisa would do because Lisa won't kill anything, but she also doesn't want it to bite anybody.
Sure.
That she cares about. And so I said, well, that's really nice. They're not a great spider because they hurt bees and I don't like that, but she's not going to eat any more bees and she's going to end up dying because winter is coming and all she's probably doing is protecting her egg sac. Well, then Lisa felt kind of bad. I was like, oh no, I took her away from her egg sac. And I thought, well,
too late now.
Too late now. Let her go. And then Lisa said she was like super ticked off and like, and so then I thought, well, maybe she hasn't laid her eggs yet because usually they're pretty lethargic afterwards. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I don't know where she put it, but I don't know. She just said we went on a walk.
What are you doing over there?
Taking the spider. Stand back. And then of course, then she had to worry if maybe a bird was going to get it. It's like, okay, I say even spiders understand. Just go with God. And
Yep.
Good luck to you. But it is really sweet that she doesn't just automatically crunch them. Step on them, which I don't usually either. I mean, if you're in my house, I am not the person that's going to.
Two people get in trouble. You spider. And the person who is supposed to spray around the doorways. Robert is always supposed, because he does the whole chemical thing, but I like the cat spider season. So right before the first snowfall, we spray everything, but he sprays all of the doorways. And the doggy door, and that way you have to have 3 different doors. They can be all over the windows. I'm not going to open the windows. None of that. So they can stay on the windows, but I have him spray the doorway because
we don't want them in.
That's the easiest
The ones
entrance.
that want to come in to live with you during the winter, they cannot come in. The ones that, lay their eggs and then die.
Gotcha. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. But the others, great big no.
Yeah. There's a need for all the good spiders.
Yeah.
Again, cat spiders in my house, they do a good job.
Yeah.
They can live there rent-free.
Yeah. And these crab spiders, I think, I don't know, maybe somebody can tell me, maybe I have that wrong. I know I don't have it wrong. I have seen them. They catch bees and they catch good bugs.
Do not discriminate.
But maybe there's something else that they'll eat that is a pest that is good. But I don't know that I have a lot of pests. We didn't have squash bugs this year, of course, because I didn't plant any squash or tomatoes, or cucumbers. But anyway. And I don't know why we talk about spiders a lot. I apologize for that. I think it started some of the conversation. Oh, being cold. Mm-hmm. I don't know how being cold goes to, spiders. Oh yeah, bugs. But I wanted to tell you what the National Day was. We used to talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
And then we hadn't for a long time. But it's kind of fun because today is not only Boss's Day, but Boss's Day. I don't know that I'm your boss.
I don't know. My kids are quite sure I am the boss.
I always say,
They say, can you just take a day?
is the boss?
Take a day off? No, Nana expects me to be at work. What do you mean, Nana? He says, well, and I said, well, Nana tells me what to do. And what I'm supposed to do in a day. Nuh-uh. You're Nana's boss. I was like, you tell Nana that next time you see her. They were like, no way.
No, you're the boss.
No way.
Yeah.
They know I'm the boss at home, that's for sure.
That's right. That's right.
Just
and that's what they
must
should.
mean everywhere.
That's right. That's right. Well, we should make sure everybody else knows that today is National
Boss's Day. All right.
I don't know that it will matter. But it'll be good. Today is National Bra Day.
Oh.
Because I suppose because it's, the middle of October, and October is
Yes.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And but anyway, so it's National Bra Day. So that's kind of fun. I suppose there's nothing else we want to do with that information other than be aware of breast cancer. And we'll be talking here in a little bit about our breast cancer fundraiser and making sure that everybody's getting their mammograms this month if you haven't yet. It's also National Feral Cat Day.
Oof. Right?
Mm-hmm. There is a black cat. I don't think he's feral. I think he actually lives somewhere across the street, but he comes over every night. He kind of torments Forrest just a little bit. He doesn't fight with him or anything, but Forrest doesn't want him there.
Of course.
And
what's Forrest going to do about
it? I know. That's what what he says is, bring it, buddy. I can take you. And anyway, there's a whole lot of
the first move,
going on.
and then I'll show you mine.
Yeah. And then I was out there last night. A couple of nights I've been out there, and it's dark is what kind of makes it a little bit different. Is he'll kind of be walking, and all of a sudden he stops and he sees me. And so I've been talking to him a little bit. And and he looks at me like, oh,
I don't think I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I have a whole harem of feral cats.
I know. It's just, and that's the thing with cats. They're either pregnant.
Yep.
Or,
in heat.
In heat.
That's it.
Yeah. They have no off switch.
Yep.
Sad.
Crazy.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What else was anything interesting? It's funny. There's a whole bunch of things. It's National Veterans Barbecue Day. A little cold for that.
I was going to say,
Perhaps
maybe in
we could have given
Arizona.
Veteran barbecue a better day than today. Maybe a Saturday. I guess it can't be that. I mean, you can't just say the 16th of the Saturday. I mean, it could be like the third Saturday of the month or something.
Yeah.
Wait! What is this I see? Read it with me. National
Take your parents
to lunch day.
And I guess you get ice cream for being a boss. Just a double whammy.
Well, there you go. I have lunch plans now.
Got yourself a date.
Well, let's tell Pa sorry you missed out. He's working somewhere else, so it doesn't matter. All right, so those are our national days. And then what made me think of that is a lot of comments. It was kind of fun. I used to be really good about reading all of the comments on the YouTube comments and commenting back. And then, I don't know, something happened. And for like a month there, I was pretty bad. And now I've been a little bit back at it, which is kind of nice. Mm-hmm. But there was a couple of things that people had questions about and comments about. And one that is in particular that everybody thought was really hilarious, but they had questions for you is, and I kind of answered them, but Maisie's black feet.
Oh my gosh, right? So dirty. Now, in my defense,
she does get a bath every night.
She does. And in the morning, we show up to work at like 8:05 because the kids have to be to school by 8. Yes. And so then we come to work. She has a sock on each foot. Yes. And a shoe on each foot.
She does.
Now, promptly within probably the first 30 minutes that we're there, both shoes gone. Yeah. I might find one in the garbage can. One in the, the dishwasher. Yeah. In a little play kitchen. I never know. And then within that hour, the socks are gone. Yeah. And those are even harder to find because she hates shoes and socks. That room, her little playroom, gets shampooed like every other month.
Yeah.
We just shampoo it. We luckily have no ant problems or anything. I mean, granted, it's getting colder, so we're not going to have that problem. But we eat our lunch in there. She has her snack. She's got
She
her
throws her
sippy
food
cup.
in there.
Yeah, we've got
The dog is in there.
we've got the smorgasbord if you're a creepy crawly.
Yeah.
So I vacuum it every day and clean up everything. So we start a fresh, brand new day of fresh socks and shoes. And then I do shampoo because I don't want anything weird sticky, or if there's that weird smell, you might as well take care of it before it starts to smell. So I don't know where she's finding out the dirt.
I don't know either. I do think though that that room does get cleaned, and we vacuum out here probably twice a week maybe. Yeah. But some of the carpet that's out, still that old green carpet that's in the main area, that carpet is 25 years old.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
I don't think it's ever been shampooed.
Yeah, probably not. I don't even have a spot clean because there's not,
no.
the weird
because
chance.
it's the stuff that's just, this was an auto body shop before it was a quilt shop. And the carpet is just glued down to the concrete.
And the little thin commercial grade.
I think that if she's walking in this shop barefoot, I think her feet look like that within an hour.
Easily.
Because they look like that a lot. And then,
Yeah, we take a bath after every dinner.
Yeah.
Only because when she...
Every night after dinner.
After dinner, yeah. We have dinner. And then we go soak it off.
Yeah.
Because she does, when she eats like she hasn't eaten all day and wears everything and sees if it's good skincare. And I feel like, we're around germs, I guess, especially when there's people over and we're wandering around, and even walking from the playroom out to like where Tracy is. I just feel like it's an easy way to we wash our hands and all of that, but we're in germs all the time.
Yeah, she's washed all the time. But those feet look like that. I would say, if not by noon, I would say shortly after they are. It's just she won't keep socks on. We'll sit her down, and now winter is coming, so we'll start putting socks on her more and more often, and she'll take them off. Mm-hmm.
I'll even put knee-high socks. So I get her really tall socks.
And tights.
And then her tights, and then put them on. I also have the soft tights that are the whole toe to waist. She'll just take them off.
She'll take off her pants.
She'll take off her pants.
Take them all off.
And because she knows her socks are attached to her pants.
We were just in there. I know. She does. We were just in there watching her a few minutes ago before we did this, and she's in there barefoot, and she has a little basket, and she's doing something, and she's playing with it. I'm going to pick it up with her toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just, I don't know. So anyway, the black feet has nothing to do with anything except that she's always barefoot.
She's always barefoot.
And our floors are dirty.
Yes. And she's not out like on the main floor very much, only because she does like to be barefoot. And we are quite confident all of the pins and everything are picked up, but it just takes one rogue something for her to step on and get poked on. So she's not out and about because she won't wear her protective gear on her feet. So.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. And then we did hear from Nancy Wall. So Nancy Wall, we opened her package on Sunday. Was that Sunday box opening? Mm-hmm. Her pottery from her and her husband, and we had a couple of questions. And so I'm sure you guys all saw it on there. They do not have an Etsy site. No. They don't sell it. They just have fun with it, and they take a class. And it is considered an intermediate class, but that's just what they do, is they have fun. And yes, Alvin is her husband, and that's what it says on the bottom is Alvin, and that's his name. And she was glad that they all arrived intact, because she promised a blue bowl to the UPS guy if they made it here. So the UPS guy did all of that wrap.
He did a fantastic job.
So, yay. Yeah, so it was fantastic. And then what else? So she was happy about it. And 48 years is how long they've been married. And this is just, and what a fun date night. Truly. That's just a great idea, just to go do something fun. We live in such a small community that, there isn't any such thing as dance classes, and I guess pottery classes if we were to go to the college.
I figured the college. I would say it'd probably be seasonal.
And I think it's more of a class, and you'd have to show up every Wednesday night or whatever. I would totally do that though.
Pretty fun.
I don't know that Pa would do it.
Maybe once, maybe twice.
It depends on if there's food, which there wouldn't be. So no.
He'd buy me out.
Be a great big no.
He'll drop you off, go to Home Depot, pick you back up.
Yeah, right. And then the other thing too is we were trying to figure out if it was ceramics or pottery, and she said that they just used the term interchangeable, but apparently ceramics are poured. Somebody else had came on to say this. Ceramics are poured and then fired, and pottery is thrown.
Oh, okay.
And that was what the difference was. Yeah. All right. So it's good to hear from them. And then let's see. Somebody else had asked if the bra auction is just for people from Washington. And we are Brianna's been working on the website. Anna's been taking some pictures. Check back frequently. You'll see that we're adding things. But this week we're also going to add, the names of the people. Yeah. We have, all of our spots are full. We do have 50 people, but we're just going to put their first name and initial and where they're from.
They're all over the country.
All over the country. We're going to feature a couple of people that we have permission to kind of talk about. Charles, our man with breast cancer from California. So we'll have some little stories about them, but they're from everywhere. Yeah. They're from all over. So anyway, so you can check that out, and you can share the link on our website. We still need bidders, and Brianna is putting things on Facebook. You can share those things if you're Facebook or Instagram. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open, I think I have 4 or 5 back here that will open at the end of box opening today. And then we'll open them, at the end of FabriChat today. And then at the end of box opening tonight. And then I think we're also going to kind of do...
We'll have a few quick little 3-minute videos you're going to see throughout this week and next week, because we have so many still to show you. And showing you some that are going to be a buy now option, some that are going to be on live auction that you'll see. So you'll see a few of those because we have more to show you than box openings we have left before the auction starts.
And also those short little videos, it would be nice because those could be shareable also to show people what it is, because we'll start by talking about who we are and what it is and end by reminding people of the time. So those are ways that you can help us out. Because again, we're looking for $50,000 this year. So, all right. And that kind of brings us to the quote behind us. And our last little one that I wanted to mention this is from Rebecca Mullins. And she wanted to know, how do I put butterflies on my quilt? What is the right stuff to use to make it stay on my quilt? Please help me. And so I said, 3D, and I'll show you on Wednesday. I thought about showing her during box opening, and oftentimes we'll do more tutorials there, but this is kind of more close up. And also I oftentimes forget. I'll have the stuff sitting there, but you've seen that room back there. Things get lost back there. And I also thought that it was perfect because there's multiple ways to do it. So I brought a little thing from home to show a couple things. But so the obvious way when you're making a butterfly and you want to put it on a quilt, because it could be, I'm just assuming that was all she said was those 2 little sentences, but it could be that you've made a pieced quilt and you just want to put some, butterflies on there. And maybe it's something where you have just cut something out, or you have, you've made the little wings, or you've done whatever. So if you've just cut that out, if you've put fusible web on the wrong side of that, and you did broderie purse, which means cutting out right on the line and ironing that down, that's one easy way to do it. You just have to make sure that you stitch around it.
Yeah, and that's just fusible applique using a steam, which is a heat and bond product. In the description, I'll put the video for fusible applique. So if you think, gluing, I'm game.
That's what I want to do.
That's what we want to do. Check out that video. We actually show you the product and how it works. And it also touches a little bit of the broderie purse. There is a product from Heat and Bond that is called No Sew. It has a little badge that has a sewing machine that has a line through it. That means it will not sew. So it is permanent ish. I mean, if it gets washed too many times, if your water is too hot, it's a potential that it might come off. But if you're doing it for like a wall hanging that may be washed once or twice in its life, probably not a big deal. If you're doing it for a bed quilt for a younger person, it's probably going to be washed too many times, and you really want to do something that you can stitch down.
Yeah.
But like badges, a lot of the badges are using this no-sew product. If you do have a Girl Scout badge or something you want to put on, and it says you want to stitch it on, and you don't have a sewing machine, you don't know how to have someone do it for you, go to your big box store, whether it's a Walmart, a Marshall's, a Joann's, and get that no-sew product, put it on the back of your badge, stick it down.
Yeah.
But again, a few washes. Too many washes, she'll just peel right off, and you'll have to redo the whole process.
Mm-hmm. And we have had it here before. We tend to not carry it very often. And when we do have it and somebody picks it up, I always make sure it's like, let me talk to you about what you're using and how are you using it. Mm-hmm. Because a quilt, I think, needs to be washable.
Yeah.
And so we tend to use Steam a Seam instead. Mm-hmm. The other option is hand applique. Now we'll pause this conversation for a moment to look at this lovely quilt behind us. This is made by the Appliqueurs. And I think that when we talked about it during like a box opening or something, and I said, Tri-Cities. They're not from Tri-Cities. They're from Yakima. I apologize. But these are the Yakima Appliqueurs. Do they have a name? What's the name of their quilt guild?
Oh, I think it's Appliqueurs.
Yakima Appliqueurs. That's what their name is. So they made the blocks. I can't remember the name of the pattern. Did she write it down?
Yes, this is a pattern by Becky Goldsmith with Pizza Cake. It's a hand appliqued and custom quilted, 52 by 72. It reminds us of the bounty of beautiful fruits we have in our northwest state of Washington. Not all the fruits are found in Washington, but they're beautiful for everyone.
Because there is a pomegranate. Yeah. Gorgeous. Really, really nice. And so really nicely done, because you could hand applique, which again, we have a video for that as well. And you could go ahead and put it down. And then that requires all of that stitching around all of these edges. And most hand applique, you can do it so that you don't see the stitches, which is kind of what we think of. You could also do like a blanket stitch. I was thinking no, I didn't. You could do something where there's a blanket stitch where it's a little chunkier, and we think of that as more folk art looking or primitive. And then you see that stitch. Oftentimes they even do it with like a darker thread or a black thread. Yeah. And then the other thing that you can do with applique is you can top stitch it down with your sewing machine. Just come around the edge. The way that I do it, if I'm doing it that way, is while I'm quilting it, I'm just going to go in on my long arm and just make sure that I get that edge. Mm-hmm. So that is one way, is to do the fabric applique. The other thing that I was going to mention is if you wanted it to be 3D, there are some options. So this is a pincushion that I think Millie made this.
Millie made it because I have one too. Mm-hmm.
So, see a little pincushion, but I want to draw your attention to the flower. So this is a flower, but of course it could be a butterfly where you're just making the little wings. And once you've made the little wings sort of three-dimensional, where you've made the wings, you can then stitch down the center of it and do something else to kind of stitch down the body of it. This is fully washable. Yeah. It is washable. You're going to wash your quilt anyway in a gentle cycle. And then tumble it dry. It'll be perfectly okay. And whether it's a flower or a butterfly, it will last. Your other thing that you can do is you can do wool. So wool is kind of nice as a three-dimensional product because it doesn't have any raw edges. So if you use felted wool, which has already been washed, pre-shrunk, it's not going to shrink anymore. The color's not going to run. Nothing else is going to happen. You can cut that out and cut out your butterfly, or in this case, it's little flower petals, and then again, find a way to go ahead and affix it down. Whether it's with beads or whatever, you're going to have to hand sew that. And I guess you don't have to. You could do some sort of zigzaggy stitch, whatever, and you would be okay. But the wool is fully washable. It's not going to fray. It's not going to do anything weird. Super easy to use. And I have multiple quilts where I have put wool on top of, whether I've hand appliqued it down or I've done three-dimensional on my cotton quilts. Super happy with it. It adds a lot of texture, looks really pretty. In fact, one of the that log cabin quilt that's on one of the beds in Daisy House. That's how that was done. Hand stitched down, but super easy. The other one, the fifth, I don't know what number we're on. Another option is a 3-dimensional where what you do is you take the wrong sides of your fabric. So you're going to put your fusible web on one, put wrong sides together, fuse them together to make basically a double-sided fabric. And once you've done that, with that iron on, you your edges are, pretty secure. I mean, over time, after you've washed it, maybe, I don't know, 8 to 10 times, maybe it start to fray, maybe just a little bit, but sometimes that's kind of a cool little effect anyway. Yeah. But having that together, you're just creating a thicker fabric that you can go ahead and have as a 3-dimensional product. So I'm going to show you on this little bag. Don't ask me the name of the pattern of this bag. This bag is super old, but it was a little bag. And you, I don't know if you can see this, but this is just some solids that were cut out. And so you can see that it doesn't have it has a raw edge, but it's a raw edge that's basically finished. And then there was just a little bit of machine embroidery done just to go ahead and hold those down.
And if you remember seeing our flower patch, what is it called? Daisy Blooms
was done that way, sort of, except it wasn't, it was done that way.
We fused 2 pieces, wrong sides together, and we actually cut hearts. Our petals are actually heart-shaped.
Yeah.
Because we've shown that maybe we'll show it box opening again today, but you've seen it a couple times. But that's done the same way to create that 3-dimensional flower that's a little more washable.
And then I want to show this. Rosalie made these.
That's a fun idea, yeah.
This was fun. This was from a class that, she did, I don't even remember how long ago, a very, very long time ago. And I've kept these. And it was kind of that same idea. So what she did was she fused her 2 pieces together. And I think in the inside, I don't know if it was that texture magic, something that shrunk. Can you see that it shrunk? We might do a close-up picture.
That a seam or something.
Yeah. And then she just did a little bit of texturizing machine sewing on there. So she sewed around the outside edges. And maybe we'll do a close-up picture. Maybe that'll be easier for you, and Anna can put in the close-up picture. But it's super dimensional, super cute, because then you have this, and you could do a couple of them, but look how cute just to, layer those on something or on a pillow or whatever. But I think that when she was doing it, she was even putting multiples together. But just adorable.
Cute idea.
Yeah, really good idea. So any of these are options for, I don't know why I showed you only flowers. It's because that's all I have. I did not have a butterfly example anywhere. Honey.
Oh my gosh, I know.
What's happening?
I don't know.
You need to start drinking coffee.
Apparently.
No, maybe not.
All I've got myself is some tea over here. And
well, maybe you just need to get to bed earlier. What time did you get to bed last night?
Probably 10:30. I feel like it wasn't super crazy.
What time did you get up?
Well, not that early, like 6:30. Gotta get myself up, then I can rally the babies to get up.
Well, that's not bad. Are you not sleeping all night?
I don't know. Or not restfully. Is that a word?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't suppose that moms of young children, I bet every little sound.
Yes, that is true. Every sound, because Wyatt talks in his sleep. So every once in a while, if he gets up to go to the bathroom, I wake up to hear him. But yeah. I do hear everything.
Yeah. But that's okay.
I don't know.
That's all right. Usually we
Some
just let go of it.
I know.
But you need to be rested for my lunch.
Right? We got a date.
Anyway, so I hope that helps for some ways that you can affix your butterfly to your quilt. And I think it's a funny thing because we have talked about this for years and years and years, that whenever we teach a class, whether it's in the shop, back when we used to do a lot of classes in the shop, or if it's something we've done online on YouTube or at the retreat center, we might show a pattern, but then we'll say,
yeah,
you can do this.
We're
or this,
full
or this,
of
or this,
ideas.
Yeah, because I feel that my brain works like that.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm making it, I'm thinking, my next one.
Yes.
would be
these
this
colors.
color, or would have this, or what if I put the accent fabric here instead, or what if I put sashing in here, or ooh, what could I put in the center here?
Absolutely.
And I think that oftentimes we look for fun little ways to personalize a quilt, and maybe you found some fabric that you liked to use, or you're using stuff up out of your stash, which a lot of us are doing that. And it's like, gosh, I sure wish I had more butterflies to put on it, or more flowers to put on it. You can do anything you want. You know, we talk a lot about patterns and how it's really just that person's interpretation. If you changed it by making the block size a little bit different, putting sashing around it, doing whatever, it doesn't make any difference. It's just like cooking.
Yeah.
You know, add that cayenne pepper if that's what you want to do. It works perfectly okay. So anyway, I think it's always kind of fun. And it makes me think, after her question, I thought, oh yeah, I need to do that more often. I need to find some fun quilt and, you know, put something cool on it. If you wanted to make a Halloween quilt, you know, just find some fall quilt that you made that you know, maybe have fallen out of love with, or you haven't quilted it yet because you didn't like it. Just put some great big...
Revamp it.
Yeah, great big skeleton on it, or, you know, something, or a black cat, or...
That's a good idea.
Whatever. Just, mix it up a little bit. I think I've mentioned this before, that one of my favorite quilts ever that I've ever made, do you know what I'm going to say? The sunflower one?
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, it was one of my most favorite quilts. And this friend of mine, Marilyn, we did a trade. I don't remember what the trade was. I got some piece of furniture from her that she had painted and refinished or whatever. And she gave me some fabric that she wanted turned into a quilt. And she wanted it to be kind of fairly simple. And she didn't have, the pieces that she had were like 9 inches wide, and you know, maybe it was like 54 inches
almost
wide.
like something she might have found at like a yard sale, or maybe it was a runner. She found it in a weird place because it was weird. Yeah, weird.
It was
sizes.
weird sizes, weird fabrics. And so she said, well, just kind of sew them together. So I did. I sewed them together so they were stripes, but I'd cut them a little different so that sometimes there was a thin stripe and then a thick one, then a medium sized one. And I thought, oh, that'll make it more interesting. Yeah. It was not interesting. I got it done and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so, and it was all kind of grays and browns. And I wish I had a picture to insert here. I do not. That was before the days, this is how long ago it was, before the days that we had all of our pictures in our phone. It was like camera days. But anyway, did all of these strips and I thought, oh, it's so boring. And she is a master gardener. And so I took and I put this great big huge sunflower on the side of it with these big leaves, and beautiful. It turned out so cute, and it was just right. And of course, I shouldn't say of course, but she liked it. And so instead of putting it on her bed, which was what she was going to do, she hung it on her wall.
Oh,
yeah. So, but anyway, beautiful. And it's just that weird thing where if it doesn't come out exactly the way that you want to, applique something on top of it. It doesn't have to be applique. It could be, you know,
a little bit improv.
All kinds of versions of that. All right, so let's talk about,
She's just
She's yelling. This morning we were sitting in here doing something and she was yelling, guys, hey guys.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not letting you out.
And then when I go check on her, she'll go like this to me.
Come here. She knows Nana's the sucker.
I am.
She'll open the door, sit down, and she'll beeline it for the door and close the door.
I know. Yeah. She leaves me in here. Bye. You stay in here. All right. So bra auction. Those of you guys that hang out with us, you know the drill. You know what we're talking about. So this is our fourth annual breast cancer fundraiser, and we have 50 nominees that are all people that are battling breast cancer or have just recently, either recently started, recently finished, whatever. We don't have a whole lot of rules. But the idea is we're raising as much money as possible and we're going to split it between those 50 people.
Yes.
And so our goal is $50,000. And so we've had so many generous. I was thinking I brought back I did.
Oh, you did.
So many generous people that are donating all kinds of things, a bunch of quilts, and we've had some bags, and we've had some table runners, and some bras. That was how the whole thing started 4 years ago, was with bras. And so we will have some buy now options, and that will start 48 hours before the auction, the live auction. So that will start Thursday night at 5 p.m. Set 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes.
Set your timer because that'll be 1 week from tomorrow.
Yeah,
And that will
go
start.
fast.
And some of those items are going to go super, super fast. And then the larger items we'll have on the live auction, and that will be Saturday night, the 26th at 5 p.m. So, and kind of fun because this year it's along with our Christmas retreat. I think I need to ask the girls, but I feel like we should do it this way every year. I'm just super excited to have the
I think
help
it's really
and
fun.
the energy and the excitement. And most of those are the girls that were bidding each other up last night.
That's true.
We'll get them all. We'll start serving wine at 1.
Yeah.
And
Get them all ready.
that's right. Who's this from? Pamela McLaughlin.
Yes,
She
from
donated last year.
Sandy, Oregon.
Pamela did last year, right?
Yeah, she did. So it's a black bra with white feathers.
Oh.
Her long arm is actually in Arizona, and she is up here, so she couldn't get her quilt done in time for the auction. But she will plan for it for next year.
Fantastic.
She's prepared.
And somebody has suggested, I think it was Amy Cook, suggested that we should do a calendar for our fundraising for next year. And each month
cool that
have
would be.
Jordan
Yes.
or, someone. If only we had other men in our lives that would also do it. Jordan. Totally into it. It's like, yeah, I'll model it for you. Take a picture and share the picture with your friends. But nobody else in our family is like that. Is Robert?
No.
Heck no. Absolutely not. Pa? Absolutely not.
You almost need to go in cahoots with the fire department.
Well,
and so
about that.
If the calendar's going to sell for $25, we split it in half. We fundraise for the.
I think the fire department or the police department would come and participate. But I think as soon as they thought it was going to be a picture that someone else was going to get their hands on, I don't think that they'll do it. Because do you know that fire department people, that firemen and police officers, are rivals?
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah, so.
But again, if it's for a fundraiser, I know the Soap Lake Fire Department is raising money for Jaws Life.
That's true. We can make a contribution.
Yeah. But you have to come strut yourself. We'll bring puppies.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
We're going to figure it out. We need to make sure we end up with at least 12 bras. And we
good
do
idea.
need to do the auction. We just need to figure out who's going to wear them.
We can also do some past bras too.
I know. I still have
I have a couple.
Because
Allie has a couple at her house.
I have a couple.
We could.
I have that gorgeous pink Sumaze one.
We
That
could
Paul
fill
always
12.
wants me to put that on. Look at it. Imagine it on me.
Picture this.
Picture this.
I'll picture this.
Is this a bra?
Let's see. This is from Julie Eeks.
Julie Eeks.
This is called Inner Strength. 100% cotton and hand dyed fabrics. I don't know what it is.
Sorry.
Doesn't say what it is.
Table runner.
She said a few months ago she had a creative spark to make wall hangings honoring women. This is the second in the series. I'm new to long arming and forgiving you the mistakes. The mistakes don't matter. I hope this gives honor to those in the fight. Oh my gosh, look how cool that is. Oh my gosh.
Julie Eeks is an artist.
Beautiful.
Obviously. She does teeny tiny little, what do they call that? It's like I have cloisonne in my head, and that's not what it is, but she takes clay and she makes scenes in clay, and
That is really pretty.
that's amazing.
She even has little tabs for hanging it.
Gosh.
Yeah. So hand-dyed fabrics, over-dyed fabrics, and hand-painted fabrics.
Look at the eye. She even got the
Yeah,
eye.
she painted that face.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
That is so cool.
Crazy talent. Gosh, I love it.
Julie, this is fantastic.
I'm going to hang that up.
Beautiful.
I'm going to go broke. I should just write a check for the 50. Well,
Right.
like it with cash. All right, fantastic.
Gorgeous.
Really nice. Okay, and then there's this one. Okay, remember, live auction October 26th, a week from Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific. Yes.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, it's pretty little.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
This is from Cornelia from Maryland.
Oh, Cornelia Burr. She orders from us. I recognize that name.
So this is a log cabin table runner. She got it as a kit at the Mid-Appalachian Quilters Conference last summer.
Wow.
Went together really easily.
This is like a birthday
Super
table
happy.
runner. Yeah. This is really nice.
So cute.
That is really, really
And cute quilting. I like that.
And
Chevron. then the wallet is made by C.A. Penny in Boyd's, Maryland. She found it at a farm store featuring local artists.
Oh, cute. Look at all of those.
Super cute.
Wow. I need this.
Super, super cute.
Can I start shopping at $4.50?
I know. Fair game. She also got this beautiful sunflower card at that same shop from a local, from Deer Valley Farms, from their local one. But she left it blank so you guys can fill out whatever you want.
Is that blanket flower?
It's a sunflower.
Sunflowers.
Fits the chit chat.
Wow.
And she is a 22-year blood cancer survivor.
Ooh.
Good for you. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Put that in there with her stuff. We'll get some pictures of it.
Yes.
All right. And then there's another box.
And some Maryland home crafting. That's pretty great.
And then while you're opening that box, let me show you this one. This is from.
I love that.
I know, this is fun. So Amy Cook and Rose, Gallant, what's Rose's last name? I think Gallant. Those of you guys that went on the Columbia River Cruise will remember Rose and Amy. Rose is the mom, Amy's the daughter. They're from Central Oregon. Lovely, lovely, lovely women. And so much fun. And
I know. I need to go for a walk or something. Get some fresh, crisp air.
And they have some donations here. So this one is from Rose, and these are just
I love
fun.
the cup aprons.
Yes, little cup apron. And so what's really fun about this is you can put your stuff in here, and then you can put your stuff, there's little things here. Mm-hmm. So for a teacher's desk, or of course for a quilter, all of our little stuff. Yeah. Really, really cute. And you can put it on any mug you want. What she did, she told me what was on these mugs. These are Think Pink mugs.
Oh.
So her suggestion is for you to use this mug, which is super, super cute, and put this on an ugly mug.
There you go.
Yes. But look how cute that is.
It's adorable.
Mm-hmm. Super, super adorable. Yeah. So it's just so there's a
super
set.
Cute.
There's two of them. Chick, chick, chick. And then
I believe we have a tutorial on how to make a cup
we do,
apron, because Thelma used to make these for us all the time. So
yeah, and I'm going to point out. So I did notice this. So Thelma used to make these all the time, and so we did this, gosh, years and years ago. It's a fairly old one, but and so it was back in the days when we were filming with an iPhone, and I hope you can hear me. But when Thelma made it, Thelma put batting in there, and it was fairly thick. I'm going to say that I kind of like this. There's no batting, and then what's kind of nice about that,
it fits the cup really well.
I think it does, because look at, you have far more room in that cup.
Yeah.
Than the way that we were
doing it.
And
is that just a little 8-ounce, 10-ounce mug?
Yeah,
does it say on the bottom?
Does it say?
Oh, the other one was. What I was thinking. Oh, maybe.
I mean, it's like a regular
it's just
size.
a normal coffee cup, yeah.
Regular size.
Whatever that means.
Too small for me. Lovely.
Yes, beautiful.
And Rose did make these.
Love it.
She made these. So yes. And then Amy is a purse maker. The purse that Amy was carrying, oh my gosh, I wanted it so badly. And the purse that Rose was carrying, and the tote, Amy made all of those. Oh. And so then and then she has this one. And I, of course, immediately ask, oh my gosh, do you have an Etsy site? And she says, no. She said, so Amy is a teacher. And so what she does is just from having personal orders, of the people that she works with. It's like, oh, I need one of these and couldn't be purple. I need one of these, can it be red? And she said, then it's way nicer because it's just in person. What do you think of this?
Sure.
And she makes them. And, but she likes to make purses.
And all these
this
pockets.
fabric, this is like what is this fabric?
Just a canvas.
Canvas. Really nice. I mean, totally. In fact, you know what was funny about this is I saw her carry this in when she came into the store, and I thought, oh, what a great bag. Where'd you get that bag? Because I thought, great for shopping.
Yeah.
Carrying it around while you're shopping. And then after you bring it up, put it back in. I'm going to put this right in my purse. And right in my cart. And it's just the right size.
It's beautiful.
Some bags are too big and they get too heavy. But this is just the right size for shopping and for toting. And then, of course, there's the outside pockets. But yeah, really, really nicely made. And then she even has these little labels that she puts
I love
in.
I love the labels.
Just really done. It's super
nice.
well. Yeah. This is another thing, check, that I want. So, I love this.
That is beautiful.
I love this. Yeah. Super nice. So thank you, Amy. Thank you, Rose. Super nice. They came up from Redmond, came up last weekend and hung out, stayed at the retreat center, in one of the little cottages.
Oh, good. Ooh,
hung
that's
out.
cute. Her thing must be in here.
Who's this from?
This is from... I don't have her donation form. Must be in the emails. This is from Linda from... Let me see if I can read it right straight up. Linda from Hilton Head Island, South Carolina.
South Carolina, Hilton Head Island. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope this helps for your bra action. I have lost friends to breast cancer, and we need all the help we can get with those in the fight.
Oh,
very good.
Look at the back. This beautiful poinsettia fabric. And look at the front.
Look how cute he is. And there's a little hanger back here so you can see him.
Hang. Let's see. Can you see
him from here?
So there. And this is fuzzy.
Yes.
And the eyes are
like a little sheep.
And then we'll pull him up.
That's so cute.
I mean, he's like door size. You could hang him on a door.
Yeah, easily.
In a while,
he's cute.
Yeah, he is adorable. Really, really cute.
It's all made out of batiks also.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Batiks, and this batik has a little bit of metallic in it. But yeah, it's a batiked Santa Claus. Love it.
So cute. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
In South Carolina, I hope
I
you guys
like him. I might have to.
I know. Huh?
He's not even pink. But I like him a lot.
Love our shopping list. And I think it's going to be really bad because we're taking everything out to Daisy House where we can have it kind of ready to go. And all of the retreaters, the 26 women that are showing up and going to be touching.
Yeah.
Love. Prices are going up right now. Wine will be flowing at lunch.
Yeah. Make sure you set your timer. Because things are going to go fast.
Yeah. And I think, we are working on how next year we can try to do it as a silent auction. So we're not like leaving money on the table, but we just don't. And also we are creating a nonprofit branch.
That is true.
So that we can not be in trouble with the IRS, which I don't think we're really in trouble. We're not in trouble. We're not doing anything illegal. It's just that our accountant said that they don't really like that. They don't really like it when I collect money and then I give it to someone else. We don't write any of that off. We don't, do anything. We don't even write off all of the fees, because we're paying for merchant fees, shipping. All of the shipping, all of that other stuff. So we don't write any of that stuff off. But he said it's just easier.
And I have
a really good paper trail. Oh yeah, I have every.
Yeah, she still loves paper. It's not.
I love paper.
The parrot can go out all at once because that ink is not going to run dry.
We have a new renter who was concerned because I gave her. We do some of the cottages, if we're not using them in the off season, we will rent them out to visiting nurses, traveling nurses, agency nurses. We feel like nurses, quilters, good people.
Yes.
I mean, we might even throw in a teacher in there, but anybody else, we're not on Airbnb. You would never know where we are or what we do. But anyway, she was filling out her little application form thing, and she says, well, what was it? She had to write down her social security number and her driver's license number, and she was really nervous about that. She says, well, I feel uncomfortable writing it down. I said, really? I mean, this is going to be on paper in my locked cabinet.
You'd rather
way
have
safer than online, where somebody smarter than me can hack in and get your information. Yeah. So, you know, I feel way better. What is she doing?
Who knows?
I feel way better with my stuff on paper.
Yeah.
No one's going to break into my
and look through the filing cabinet.
No one. People are just going to laugh at me. Oh my gosh, why do you have 4 drawers? You
won't believe what house I broke into today.
I know. It's not going to do you any good. You need to, So paper is way safer. I'm very old.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm very old.
If it works for you.
It does. And Tracy likes paper too.
She does.
Tracy and I write everything down. And we can find it. Ish.
General area.
The room of the house it's in.
It was a white notepad. Gotta find the right one though.
Was I carrying it with me? Oh my gosh, I was looking for my keys for forever.
Gosh, I hate looking for my keys.
Oh,
that's my worst
and I
thing.
have that weird little fob thing on there, that finder. It just says it's at your house. It's at this address. Okay.
It's not like
No.
a beeper getting closer.
Beep, 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 beep. No, it just says it's here. I know that.
Yeah.
Well, where is it? It's like, okay, at least I know that it's here, but yeah, finding.
She'll even call me sometimes. Okay, I can't find my keys. What was I wearing yesterday? What was I doing? So I'll tell her where I would think to look and whatever. Okay, did that. Did you do a little laundry? Oh, it could be in the washing machine.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I did finally, part of my problem with my keys is that I have 3 different key rings.
Right.
If I'm driving the Kia, I have that key ring. If I'm driving the Jeep, I have that key ring. And then I have my weird ones. I consolidated. I'm down to one key ring.
That's good.
I know. It's kind of heavy, but... Because the other funny thing is that when I went through my keys, so I have my post office box key, my house key, my master key that opens everything out there, shop key, car key, the little find my key fob, and the Jeep fob. That's all that's on it. That's all that I kept. And I still have like 6 keys that I don't know what they're for. And they were important enough that they have like a blue plastic thing on them.
So
and
were they old shop keys?
They could be. The pink
I
one,
know-
I think, is.
But we redid all the doors here, but we had 2 different sets of keys to unlock the back door to get in and unlock the front door to let customers in.
Yeah.
So it could be that you have that.
It could be those. Because it's funny that you just never like just purge keys. At least I don't. I don't just throw them away. But I have a drawer in my house. I have this weird cabinet. Yeah. I have this really weird cabinet that has probably 30 drawers.
Probably,
in it.
yeah. It's all
And
weird.
so on the top drawers is where we keep the batteries, and then we keep flashlights, and there's weird things. That darn fly. I know.
Good.
Bad fly. And so we keep like important things, but the bottom probably 12.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Have weird things. Their favorite drawer is keys. It's just
key
these
drawer.
random weird keys that we
They
throw
come,
in there.
they come home and they'll show, oh, look, I have these keys. Wait. And I text mom. Looking for these?
No, they get this.
It's like, they look important.
Wait. It says master, do not duplicate. Yeah, you can. We don't know what it goes to.
So I always check. So far, they haven't taken keys they weren't supposed to.
No, but it could happen. What keys do your kids have?
Do they
I can't
have
find
my
keys.
Roku remote?
I know. That was
find
my
the
mom's
TV
at like
remote.
10 o'clock at night. Yeah. Let me talk to Wyatt.
What happened? I don't know. Where I put it.
Where's the remote?
We have figured out, though, Maisie's favorite hiding spot for things in Nana's house.
Yeah.
She has these really pretty ceramic bowls that are sitting out there. She puts them in there. So you gotta shake. Nana has to remember to shake them out when they leave.
I know.
To find the cat toy, some dog food.
So many things in there.
You can't have that. She probably dunks it. I'll get it later.
Puts everything in there.
Yeah. So finally, she found that.
I did. Anyway, I don't know what we were talking about, but we're going to go kill a fly.
Yes, we're gonna
Here in
find
a
a
few
fly
minutes.
swatter.
Yes. And then maybe we'll go check and see what the baby is doing. And then we'll see you tonight for box opening. And we are going to also do another little video. So if you are subscribed, you'll see that. And what we're trying to do is we just want to make sure that you get to see things really, you know, up close and personal, because otherwise on website it's just going to be a picture.
It's a picture. And
you're like,
size.
But how can I tell what size it is? I mean, we're going to tell you, but it is this big size, you know. And so it is kind of nice to be able to see everything ahead of time.
Yeah, I agree.
And I wonder how many people say, I'm going to tell my friends, I don't want anybody bidding against me.
Right. I'll tell them after the fact.
Yeah. Did you miss it?
We do know a lot of people have been emailing us and calling and telling us they're doing little fun girl parties.
Oh,
so,
yeah. These guys are.
These guys are going to do a girls'
Pizza
night.
and beer.
Yeah. They're going to watch and hang out. And that would be really fun. I mean, you could get your group of girls together, and then it's just only one person who has to know how to comment. Because that's, again, how the live's going to work, is it's going to be live on YouTube right here, and you will have to comment your bids on it. Yeah. So, again, if it's all of you, but you know, Bonnie really wants this, you know, it might be, you know, Scrap Happy 76.
Get in there. But
we'll know. And then when she'll, hey, Scrap Happy, you're the winner, you can say, okay, it goes to Bonnie, and you can put an email address, and then we can email her the information on how to purchase it. And it's super fun.
And we'll tell you all of these things again, how you'll be able to do it. So it'll be really good. But I totally agree. Do it with friends.
Evening. Yeah.
Do it with friends. And then if you have time ahead of time,
money together, if you really can't live without it.
Have something, live it.
You can have a traveling quilt.
Yeah. We have a necklace that travels between some people. If you have time to email us and tell us, you know, the Yakima applicators from Yakima, we'll do some shout outs and, you know, maybe a picture of your group or whatever. It might be kind of fun to,
it'll be fun.
Yeah. Get to
know.
Little
parties.
We're
going to have a party ourselves.
We're having a party.
A huge party. So
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
super
really
excited.
And we'll essentially have two parties, because we're going to have, if you've been to a retreat center or have been on the website, we have Gate 17, which is the main sewing area, and then we have Daisy House, which is the smaller retreat center. We'll be filming and doing all of the auctioning happening at Daisy House. So we'll only have a few people there to keep the sound down, all that stuff. And then we'll have a whole nother party happening.
We're going to set up a big TV.
Yeah, on the other side, so they can sew and party and bid and do whatever they want to do from that side. Run across the alley. I was saying, I want that. So we're going to have two parties. So if you need somewhere to go to have a party, call us.
Oh,
maybe we'll have room.
Yeah, if you're local, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, I bet the girls
we should
love
kind
to
of
have
open
extras.
It up, have some chairs for some local, like Sherry, and there's probably some local girls that would want to come and hang out.
Enjoy the party.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right. Okay, we'll see you guys tonight
for box opening. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at FabricPatch.net.